Well, breaking news, it's Mercenary Tao. So all that speculation amounted to nothing. It was really just the simplest choice right in front of us. It was a stick in the ground at an angle, which was meant to resemble the, you know, the Tao Pai Pai, where he's standing on top of that log thing. That's exactly all it is. So Mercenary Tao is coming up. Now, I know that some people are probably reacting to this in a negative way because maybe Dragon Ball Saga or because it's Tao or whatever, but keep in mind, this is the Sleeper Dokkan Festival before the Anniversary Caliber Celebration, aka Anniversary or Worldwide, or as they're calling it now, Global Dokkan Celebration. So even if this character is good or bad, you should be saving up for that more than anything. Even if you are going to be summoning for this, do keep in mind that that is going to be even bigger and better than whatever's going on here. Now, we're going to take a look at the animations, we're going to take a look at the unit details, and we're going to take a look at the upcoming content. I did try to record this on stream, and it turns out the file did not record. So I'm doing this all again, so it's going to be a little bit quicker, a little bit tighter, and the reactions are probably going to be a little bit more muted. But you know what? It's late. I'm tired. I'm cranky. Let's check this out. And I'm just going to warn you right now, the music is crazy good. Crazy good. Not this. Music gets better. It's not this, though. But this is also cool because this is just like a brand new super attack. We haven't seen this sort of an attack before. All right, here we go. Listen up.
Let's see, 1,400 miles northeast. Pleased to kill you.
He does the talk. Let's go. That music.
All right, this time I'm seriously serious. Dokkan Red!
And then they switch it up to this like Metallica style music. Let's just quickly check out the JP version just to hear the voiceover. I'm going to skip around a little bit.
北東に2300キロか。アロハー。
アロハー。There we go.
今度こそ本気の本気だ。死ね。必殺ドドンパー。
Voice acting is great on both, but the music definitely steals the show. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Let's now take a look at what the units can do. We've got a brand new category. It is called Mission Execution. Now, as of right now, we can't necessarily know for sure who's going to be on the category, but if I were to guess based on context and based on the characters here, we got General Blue as the banner unit, and we got, you know, Mercenary Tao. I would imagine that it has something to do with a mission that you are carrying out. His mission, kill, right? Mercenary Tao's mission, kill. Android 16's mission, seek out Goku. Hit's mission, kill Goku. The Ginyu Force, carry out Frieza's wishes. It could be something like that. We're talking on the live stream. It could ultimately amount to a bunch of minion characters essentially being on the same category. Not that this would still be a minions category, but like it would have all of them in there because they have missions to carry out. Anyone who worked for Cooler had to do what Cooler asked. Anyone who worked for Turles had to do what Turles asked. Anyone who worked for Frieza, so on and so forth. So I think it would be all of those types of characters, minion characters, military-based characters, and then anyone else who had a mission. So Hit definitely would be on there. Would Frost be on there? He had a mission he was trying to carry out, which was to team up with Frieza and, you know, take over the Tournament of Power or whatever. I don't know. So we'll have to wait for the data download to ultimately find out, but that is the new category. It is weird, but you know, we'll see. So this guy's a 130% lead mission execution Dragon Ball Saga. This guy raised attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage with a high chance to stun. For the passive, attack and defense plus 200%. Mission execution category allies key plus 2 attack and defense plus 40%. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow when attacking with 12 or more key. Attack and defense plus 150. As the second or third attacker in a turn, launches an additional super attack. 70% chance to dodge. Attack and defense plus 200%. When there's a mission execution or Dragon Ball Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, chance to dodge plus 10%. So that actually brings you up to 80 here, which is pretty great. Seals super attack of the enemy for 2 turns. All allies attack and defense plus 30% for 2 turns. So you got consistent support if you keep him in turn 2 with another mission execution or Dragon Ball Saga, which pretty good. Here's the kicker. When there's a Peppy Gal's category enemy, guards all attacks, performs critical hit. The problem with this is that for the most part, other than the pink zone, that's right, I'm calling it the pink zone. It's either that or heart pounding heroin. So, I'd rather call it pink zone, but whatever. That, that event with all the Peppy Gal characters, I don't see this getting much use in a lot of other events. So this significantly limits this unit's, I would say, value, but we'll see. Also, women are disgusting. That's passive. So yeah, that is general bleh. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. In terms of links, this is where things get dicey. Dragon Ball Saga characters are riddled with horrible links, mainly because Dragon Ball Saga category is kind of bad. But as we get more and more characters, these links will seem less and less garbage. But for right now, this is pretty bad. Red Ribbon Army, Telekinesis, Brutal Beatdown, Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, Loyalty, Fierce Battle. Mainly, you're going to see these two links getting some use, because if you combine, these two on like a Kid Goku AGL Dokkan Festival team, you'll get something, But Mission Execution, Dragon Ball Saga, Dragon Ball Seekers, Terrifying Conquerors, Inhuman Deeds, Earthlings, Earthbred Fighters. This is our first summonable SSR General Blue. We do have General Blue in the game, but as an int SR unit, or is it an R unit? I don't know. I've always wanted this character to be, oh wait, what? When was this? All right, you know what? When any of y'all have this? Because I hate you. I'm jealous. Dude, what? Okay, well, besides that little one-off, the only other way you can actually get him would be through... This is not an actual SSR. This is a Z-Awakened SSR. He's an SR unit. But that's the only one. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the big boy. Physical Mercenary Tao. So this guy is a Mission Impossible. Yep. I'm tired. Mission Impossible and Earthbred Fighters, 200%, 170%. Extra stats plus 50 to Dragon Ball Seekers or Earthlings. Okay. For the super attack, massively raises attack for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and lowers attack and defense. Now, I'm warning you right now, this guy is weird in terms of links and in terms of overall abilities. He's very much offensively oriented. So this guy activates entrance animation when teaming up with a Mission Impossible character on the team. Mission execution. Randomly changes the key spheres of a certain type physical excluded to rainbow, stuns all enemies for 1 turn. This also seems very niche, because not a lot of enemies are stunnable right away, but this one is actually still pretty good. All right, and then we get attack plus 100%, chance to perform a critical hit and damage reduction 50%. So what's happening here is there's a one-time activation of this, and then it's forever, because this shows the infinity sign. So you get to have all of this just by activating the entrance animation, I think. I'm assuming that's what this means, right? I'm pretty sure. Attack plus 100%, chance to crit, damage reduction 50%. So that's really good. Then key plus 2 attack and defense plus 200%, damage reduction plus 30%, medium chance to crit. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack plus 200%. For every rainbow key sphere obtained, you get this? Attack plus 200% when attacking. My God. That is crazy. But you know what? That is what Taos do. This is the free-to-play LR. Attack plus 56% for every key sphere obtained. So this is classic Tao. He's just him. That's crazy. Obviously, it's limited, though, because rainbow key spheres, you can only pick up 5 at most. So that would still give you a whopping 1,000 attack. But yeah, when receiving an attack, defense plus 200%. So consider this along with 30% and 50% damage reduction. So that makes this pretty significant. When receiving an unarmed super attack, a great chance to nullify and counter with tremendous power. That great chance kind of bums me out. When the target enemy is stunned, attack plus 500%, performs a crit, and then attack plus 500% again when HP is 70% or less. Now, this is not as foreign of a concept as you might think. It's not going to happen everywhere, but there are certain bosses on these newer challenging events where they do let these characters be susceptible to seal, stun, those types of things. So if you manage to find one of those and you tag them with the stun, on top of all of this, you could be getting another 1000% attack. So the potential is there. It's going to be very conditional at times, but this guy does have the potential to do a lot of damage while having some semblance of defense with his 200% and the 80% damage reduction. So with that said, what do you think? I know some people will probably be like, meh, which is totally fine. It is a Dragon Ball Saga character after all. Here are the links: Crane School, Supreme Warrior, Coward, Incredible Adventure, Dodon Ray, Brutal Beatdown, Fierce Battle. So again, links are going to be all over the place. And then active skill can be activated when there's a Dragon Ball Seekers or Kamehameha category enemy, or when all allies attacking in the same turn are mission execution characters only. Cause ultimate damage, stuns enemy for 1 turn, changes STR and int key spheres into rainbow. And yeah, he says seriously serious. So yeah, I don't know what this guy's problem is. So there you go. That is what the, I was gonna say Cyborg Tao. Cyborg Tao being a part 2 LR would actually be pretty cool. But this is what our Mercenary Tao can do. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. As far as linkage, we could just go back to this guy for a pretty similar setup. Obviously, we don't have legendary power here, but this is the company that you're holding. You got Cyborg Tao, you got the Super Strike Cyborg Tao, and then whoops, things get worse from there. Actually, even Cyborg Tao's a free-to-play is pretty bad. The Super Strike, 4 links, 6 links, it's just not there, but you got to start somewhere. Dragon Ball Saga is continually on the rise here. Okay, so that being said, we will find out what the category is all about probably in the next day to download. JP just received an app update, so hopefully by the end of this video we'll have some information on that. But let's take a look at the new content coming up. Seriously serious, the new stage is coming in a few days because the new month, like I said before, new month, new boss, more tickets, more free summons. Everyone will get free summons on this banner because of this. And it's also a pity, actually, yeah, it would be pity and also these free tickets, and then potentially also the summon points. So that's all setting up to be pretty good for us. Then we've got stage 7 of the Dragon Ball Saga Red Zone. So hopefully this one will have characters that can be stunned, probably a Peppy Gal enemy or something like that. So we'll see. Then we got stage 12 of Daima. We're getting closer. It's so gonna be Daima. That's why this story event has been incrementally getting us there. Like right now, we're at the gates of the castle. So in like 2 stages, we would get to Goma, and then boom, it's global Dokkan celebration. You're also getting a weekly event renewal for the hidden potential orbs, meaning all of these events would be available daily for your daily routine. I highly recommend you guys do this, especially considering we've got a major celebration coming up with at least 4 characters, maybe even 6, depending on what they decide to do. You're gonna want all of those hidden potential orbs. So they are giving you this earlier so you can start doing it as you save up stones and get ready for the big celebration. Due to preparations, yada yada yada, Ultimate Red Zone and Seriously Serious all out battles are in preparation. That's cool. Preparation has started now. I'm surprised we don't have anything for heart pounding cocaine heroin event, right? Or Pink Zone. I'm surprised we don't have anything for that here. So maybe this one stage is gonna do it for us. We'll see. Now let me just quickly check and see what's going on with the JP update. I can't find it. If there's any information from that we need to talk about, I'll just make another video. But yeah, there you go. So Tao looks good. Tao looks very, very niche, but I think he's gonna be very strong. He's got the defense in terms of damage reduction, and he's got some defense. He lacks additionals, but he makes up for it, and he also lacks synergy, but he makes up for it with single point assassin like strength. I think that's what's going to be the main gimmick for this guy, hitting really, really hard once, maybe twice if you get lucky with the hidden potential. So yeah, I think this is going to be a fun one for those of you not summoning to just check out. I don't think this is going to be some sort of a meta character where like you have to have the unit, but it'll be a fun watch. So yeah, it should be fun. Can't wait. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Mercenary Tao Dokkan Festival release. What is your gut instinct telling you about the unit, and what do you think overall? How does the unit going to function, do you think? Always reserve final judgment for the data download. Not the data download, for the showcase. And let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about when it comes to this unit. The music. Let's talk about the music in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of myself do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.